It was important because the kids need a future. The kids need to have a choice to live their life.
A vision coming to life for a Killeen man. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Imani Payne. After a string of murders and other violent crimes, Brian King brought hundreds together for a peaceful march, all to share one message: we won't tolerate this violence in our city any longer. Up bright and early outside of the Bridgewater Apartments, the Killeen community rallied.
With that being said, y'all, let's get this march started.
Prayed.
Make us move, Lord Heavenly Father.
And then with signs in hand, young and old, they marched. Following the string of recent shootings and crime in the city, community members are taking to the streets to march for peace. The 2-mile trek signifying the city's first ever Stop the Violence, Take Back the Streets march.
Y'all need to stop and put your guns down.
The historic event bringing out mourning mothers like Kayla Cruz, whose 19-year-old son Jonathan was gunned down in October. Talk about why it was important for you to come out and participate in this march today.
Absolutely, because it's time to take the streets back. This is not just about my son Jonathan. It's about every child, every youth here in Killeen. This violence needs to stop. We have enough.
Like Kayla, this walk is also personal for Danielle Martin. Her sister Donatia's face plastered on her shirt.
22 years ago, she was kidnapped and murdered in broad daylight from school. She was 7 years old, and they have yet to solve her murder. You know, it's senseless, and I love my community, you know, so we had to all come together and stand for something greater.
The sea of attendees marched through the areas hit the hardest by recent violent crime, and those who couldn't march passed out waters along the route to those who could to keep them going. The push for peace inspiring the next generation.
And if our parents don't step up, our kids like me won't step up either.
The road was not easy and did not happen in an instant. But with passion and perseverance, together, they made it up the hill.
We made it! We made it!
Just like they say the city of Killeen can do too, one small step at a time. There were also performances at the end of the event. It marks the first ever march of its kind in Killeen.